They pop proud. They pop corn. They pop culture. It's the lowdown.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the latest installment of the Lowdown Popcast. I am the voice of PCW and the voice of Demons Football, Elliot Popston. And to our right, making his return, he is the founder of the hottest wrestling promotion in the Mid-Atlantic. He's the owner and agent of Flyer Float Travel, where you can book your dream getaway at flyerfloattravel.com. He is the curator of Spirits with Shane. Can sell ice to an Eskimo. New York's greatest export, Shane Dorr.
I'm drinking water this week, fellas. You proud of me?
Sure.
It's my, you know, turn away.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you're just trying to
I'm recovering.
make up for last. Yeah.
To our left, you've already heard him. He is a seven-time fantasy football champion, podcast enthusiast, soon to be Kevin Nash's favorite podcaster. Just like his favorite wrestler, he's been known to outwork everyone with his self-proclaimed hottest Funko Pop collection that you're able to see here displayed right here in Daysol Coffee Lab Studios. Not your average wrestling mark handbook, Jonathan Winburn.
What's up, Gus?
What's up, man?
I got a quick question for you, Elliot, because it just dawned on me. So in our opening, it says that we pop corn, but I found out today you're not a fan of popcorn.
I don't know. I'm not. I do not like popcorn. I don't like eating it. I don't like the smell of it. I've seen too many kids choke on it. Yeah, not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Two of us popcorn.
Yeah, we almost had to rush my daughter to the hospital before because of it.
The dog?
My daughter.
Oh,
Well, yep.
be careful.
So make all the jokes you want.
Gets caught in the throat.
Yep, make all the jokes you want, but I don't play games when it comes to children's lives.
I just didn't know you weren't a fan of popcorn. I was
Nah,
just,
dude, I can't
chocolate-
stand it. It gets stuck in my teeth. I don't
Chocolate
like it.
covered, peanut drizzle, caramel, cheddar. All the popcorn.
No, it's mainly just regular popcorn. I don't like.
Oh, I like all the coverings. It's my favorite part.
Like I don't like.
kettle corn.
Yes.
I like kettle corn.
So
I know it's a version of popcorn. I just don't like your regular butter and salt popcorn. I think it's gross.
Like movie theater popcorn.
Gross.
By the bucket.
Give me Chicago style. I'll take Chicago style popcorn all day.
I don't even know what that means. What's that mean?
Chicago style popcorn. It's a mix. It's where you have the cheddar popcorn and the caramel popcorn together.
But it's still popcorn. So you don't
has
like
kernels.
you don't not like popcorn. You don't like movie theater popcorn.
I don't like
that butter and
I
salt.
don't like the type of popcorn
traditional.
most people sell. I like the specialty popcorn you have to buy.
Yeah, they sell that too at the movie theater. That stuff's expensive.
Yeah. Did you see the hack where you put the straw in the popcorn and you put the butter through the straw, and then as you're pouring the butter, you lift the straw up and it covers the whole bag of popcorn and
sounds
butter?
awful.
Or
That
you
sounds
could
like
just
you'd be drinking butter.
pour it in there.
No, like that way you get an even flow of butter throughout the whole bag of popcorn and not just heavy on top and a little bit on the bottom.
What's the guy from TikTok's name where he just says, just does his hands like that?
Here's the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
I feel like that would happen there. Well, before we get started, we always have to do this. You know, gotta thank our sponsors, and everything. So, Popcast is brought to you by Daysol Coffee Lab out of Birmingham, Alabama. Y'all, I consider myself a coffee connoisseur. I absolutely love coffee, and I found what I believe to be the absolute best coffee out there. With Daysol Coffee Lab, you can be sure to get coffee that's super smooth and always fresh roasted. Some of the best, if not the best coffee you'll ever drink. So swing over to the website, daysolcoffeelab.co, and use promo code LOWDOWN to get 10% off your order. Guys, if you're anything like me, you'll drink your coffee and use up all your coffee and then be crying because you don't have any coffee to drink in the morning. But with their subscription option, you can have it delivered straight to your door on a schedule so you'll never run out. So guys, if you're looking for great coffee, it's a no-brainer. Head on over to Daysoul Coffee Lab and use promo code LOWDOWN and hit that subscription option. Get it sent to your door regularly. So yeah. Shane, you were cruising.
Yeah, and I had to come back. That's so sad. It was beautiful. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico.
It is sad you're back.
It's awful. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and one other stop in, I don't remember where it was.
Grand something.
No. You remember
Saint something.
St. Martin. St. Martin. I love the Virgin Islands. But yeah, it's good to be back.
Brino says, boys, hey, welcome to the chat, Brino.
Be like Brino.
We don't talk about Brino.
That would be Bruno. It was our wedding day.
I've actually never seen that. That's like the one Disney movie I have not seen yet.
Be like Reno.
You don't have to see it to know the entire soundtrack. So
that's true.
I watched The Lion King today.
The cartoon or the
yes.
live action?
No, the 90s cartoon. I honestly think that's probably my favorite animated movie of all time. That and the original Toy Story. It was absolutely fantastic.
One's a tie between Lion King and Aladdin.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm not going to say I've never seen Aladdin. Not going to say it. I saw the Will Smith version.
Wow.
Elliot's favorite.
I mean, that one was, I enjoyed that one too.
I
but
didn't
it's
say it was
just not-
horrible. I just don't think he's
Elliot-
better than Robin Williams. He made the genie his own, which I can appreciate.
I didn't even, until 2 weeks ago when we were talking about it, I didn't even know Robin Williams was in the original Aladdin. Sorry, guys. He's Mrs. Doubtfire to me.
Dude looks like a lady.
See? What a great movie.
It was a good movie.
It was. It really was. That I love Flubber and
Flubber was
Jumanji.
good. Yeah. He had a lot.
Hook.
Hook was good.
Robin Williams had a lot of movies. Good movies.
I have a theory. I have a theory about Hook.
Go ahead.
He really wasn't
Hookhausen?
No.
Send Hook?
No. Hook.
Jungle Hook.
Captain Hook.
Jungle Hook.
Captain Hook from Peter Pan.
Okay.
I have a theory. He really wasn't
What-
a bad
what-
guy if you
you
think
think-
about it.
If they did what's the guy named Captain Sean on AEW's roster? You think if they did him and Hook together, they'd
Captain
call him
Hook.
Captain Hook?
I'd probably not watch. You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that because that's like the same thing people say about the Karate Kid. That Daniel wasn't actually the good guy.
In Cobra Kai, he's not.
Right. Well,
In the beginning.
Well, yeah.
No spoilers. I haven't watched it yet. My wife just finished it. She said it was fantastic.
Bro, it's great. One of
I
the
haven't
best
watched
series
it.
out there.
And they're not
Of course,
gonna
you'll
redo
never
it?
watch it because
I watch Stranger Things
uh,
so that I will take an interest in some episodic shows.
Cobra
need
Kai
to-
is really
you
good.
Need to watch The
If you-
Last of Us.
If you like
heard.
Karate Kid, you need to watch Cobra Kai.
You know what I've never seen, and I think I don't know if I'm beating
Karate
myself
Kid.
up. No, the best one's the one with Hilary Swank.
Yeah. She
Shut
then
the-
became Alias. So
shut the show off.
and
no.
that's a wrap, guys.
No, Walking Dead,
I haven't watched it yet either.
but it's like 15 seasons, ain't it, or something like that?
So I only got about halfway through it, but I remember when I first started watching Walking Dead, it had already been like the first season was out. My wife had watched it. She was like, "You got to watch it." So I went back, binged the first season, and it was fantastic. Now, the longer it got, the more I started losing interest in it. They were killing off characters, bringing new ones in. So
Just
it was
like, how
just
much
like
can you do?
It just kind of changed my investment in it. But but I mentioned The Last of Us. So when I watched the first episode of The Last of Us,
Last of Us.
it made me feel, yes, The Last of Us. It made me feel the way I felt when I first watched Walking Dead. Is that it was really good. And then the last episode that came out Friday, it came out Friday instead of Sunday because of the Super Bowl, was the best episode so far. It was.
I thought you were gonna say it's the best Super Bowl so far.
No, I can't go that far.
Mm-mm.
It was good for 58 minutes.
Hold to hold.
It was clear. It's definitely a hold.
I don't think it was that clear. Because
You,
you're allowed contact within 5 yards, and the line of scrimmage was the
you're,
15-yard line.
you're not allowed to turn within 5 yards.
He didn't turn.
He did.
When he grabbed
Nope,
when he
nope,
first
nope,
grabbed him,
Nope.
he was
A
still
tug
in
is a
front of
tug.
him.
Tug is a tug.
When he grabbed him, he was still in front of him. Whenever Juju got around him, he just had his hand on his back.
No, it's whenever
He
he
was tugging.
pulled away. You can see the jersey tug. That's what they call it.
Well, let's be truthful. He admitted it was a hold.
He said, "Yeah,
And that's all you need.
I know he admitted it. I'm not saying he didn't hold him, but I'm saying the call, you're allowed to grab within the first 5 yards. It says in the rule book, it says eligible receivers, you have to let go once they get past you, which he did.
you can chuck." There's specific.
It shouldn't have been a
Specificity.
holding call. It should have been illegal contact, but illegal contact says within 5 yards, you cannot, once they get past you, you have to let go. Oh, trust me, I did all my research before.
Here's the thing: the
He was at
replay
6.
could show no hold at all. The fact that he said it's a hold, that nothing else matters at that point.
But that
Criminated.
still might not have changed the outcome of the game. I mean, they still were going to kick. They were to kick the field goal then, and then the Eagles still would have had to score to come back.
Mahomes is on his way to Tom Brady.
Status. 25 years old.
Very early. It's very
No, not 25.
27.
27.
well. What's funny is, like, I just had the conversation a couple weeks ago that we'll never see another Tom Brady. I don't know. He's
I think
He's very
I think it has
reminiscent.
to do with Andy Reid too, though.
He's been starting.
Exactly.
He's been starting for 5 years,
looks good.
and he's been to 5 AFC Championship games in 5 years. He's been starting.
2 Super Bowl rings.
Yep.
In 2 Super Bowls, so he's 2 for 2.
No,
He lost 1.
he lost to Tampa.
That's right, Tampa Bay. So still, I mean,
Last year.
it's very
No, 2 years ago.
it's eerie. It's eerie. But it's weird. I like Mahomes a lot better than Brady. Mahomes, it just looks more. Looking back at Brady in that stage in his career, Mahomes is just more likable. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just enjoy watching Mahomes play.
I mean, I think for one, it's his personality.
He's always smiling, man.
Brady doesn't really. Brady.
I
For,
hate
Brady
Brady's
for
face.
Brady for 18 years didn't have a personality.
I just hate his face. It's like what's the
Poor guy
movie-
had to get divorced to get one.
what's the movie?
What was that?
Chuckle. What's the movie where he's like, I don't know why, I just want to punch you in the face.
I was thinking about that
You just have a face I
last
wanna
night or
punch.
this morning.
The
so
Step Brothers?
something.
Sounds like a Vince. It sounds like something that. It sounds like a Will Ferrell or Vince. Vaughn
It's a
line.
Rob Riggle line. It's Rob Riggle, and he's saying it to somebody at a
Is it-
desk.
Is it in Hangover when he's talking to?
No, wait. No,
think Step Brother.
is it Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell? Data.
No, but it's very similar. That they have that. They
The
have
other
that kind of
guys?
exchange too.
Other guys?
But there's this.
No, because the Wriggle
It's
one
Will
is
Ferrell.
in the Hangover is Wriggle, but he gets tasered in the face and he goes in the face.
There's a face. No, he's saying it to Will Ferrell.
Data don't take notes.
It's definitely Rob Riggle to Will Ferrell, and he's looking at. It's a Catalina wine mixer movie.
That's Step Brothers.
Yeah, it's that movie. And he's like, you just have a face I want to punch. I don't know why. Just something about your face. We gotta Google it. Something about your face. There it is.
Yeah, that's
It's Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Yep.
Yeah, you just want to punch you. Then he goes, "Is there
You
anything,
want to punch me?
Is there anything I can do that doesn't make you want to punch me in the face?" No,
That's funny.
I love Will Ferrell.
Well,
Mm.
learn about something today before we dive too deep into anything. Rest in peace, Jared Jarrett.
Trailblazer. Boy, Jeff looks just like his dad.
Yeah.
Like I did a double take. So
Slap
I
nuts.
just saw Jarrett, saw the face, and I scrolled through. I'm like, well, I scrolled my back, and I was like, oh
I
my
wonder if
gosh,
Jerry ever called Jeff slap nuts. That's where he got it. Remember slap nuts?
that'd be awful.
That's probably legit though. I mean,
It sounds like something he'd say.
Or slap nuts.
Yeah, it was definitely awful. So definitely condolences to the Jarrett family.
Yeah, learned about that today. So thoughts and prayers go out to them. Guys, if you're your first time here, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Let us know you're here.
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Yep. Happy Valentine's. Happy Single Awareness Day for some of you. So
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Buy the chocolates for yourself.
Yeah, get yourself some flowers. Feel good. What Funko Pops did you bring today? I see the goat over there.
Yeah, so it's
Hashtag not LeBron.
It's also
Thank God.
Black History Month. So I brought we got Michael Jordan, the GOAT. We got Muhammad Ali.
Why is Muhammad Ali great?
Black and white, old school.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest. Then Jackie Robinson and Tiger Woods.
Man, Tiger Woods.
Where's Tiger? Oh, I didn't see him. I see him now. He's blending in with the table on camera because of his hat.
Oh, yeah. He has a hard time staying up. He falls over a lot.
Well, I mean, that's real life situations. Got in a wreck, destroyed my legs.
The poor
My
guy.
back hurts.
That poor guy. Dude, he ain't been the same. Like,
But-
he's never been the same since
but-
the whole womanizer.
But
thing.
he's gonna be on tour coming up.
Well, it's still Tiger Woods, but like his career trajectory.
His kid, Charlie,
he hasn't really
is,
done much, but he still has such a huge impact on golf, like from a spectator standpoint. I mean, it was a couple years ago when he won,
Yeah.
like the only tournament he's won in forever. But like I had not heard much about golf or anything, and it was like that was all people were talking about. I mean, it was all
Yeah.
over my feed, everything. It was, but it was just because of Tiger. It could have been anybody else. It
I
didn't make a difference.
legit think he's probably one of the most influential athletes of all time. Like if you really like look at his career and the success he's had and then the obstacles he's overcome and the things he's gone through and I mean I love Tiger Woods. I don't like golf, right? But
What?
I don't like golf. If the point of golf was to have the highest score, I'd win every time. But Tiger, I could watch Tiger play. Just the energy he brought and like the competitiveness. There's just something about it. It's captivating and it's contagious. And I'm a big fan. I love Tiger Woods. Always have. Even when he went through that whole stuff, I was like, man, it's still Tiger Woods. He'll be all right. But I love the golf games, the Tiger Woods, the PGA Tour games.
PGA Tour games were fantastic.
Absolutely. You know, and they put Rory on one. I wasn't a fan, but Rory's another one that's fun to watch. But yeah, you like golf?
I'm married into a golf family, but no, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not really good at it.
No, I like mini golf.
Yeah,
I do love putt-putt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like all those crazy designs, the courses, and it's
Did you
fun.
play putt-putt on the cruise?
I did. It's a nice putt-putt course too. Y'all are gonna. I'm telling you. For those that don't know, I'm an avid cruiser, so I always talk about cruising. We actually have a friends and family. Well, no, not family, just friends only. Close enough friends that it could be family. Cruise booked for next year, and
and if you want to book yours, flowerfloattravel.com.
yeah, or just call me, text me, whatever you want to do. But
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
impossible. That's Jonathan's ringtone.
It is not my ringtone. It is Power Rangers, but it does sound similar.
It's the same. Anyway, but yeah, so that cruise was fantastic. The roller coaster on the ship. So you actually want to know one of the most fun
Did
things?
you ride it? You never told me.
Yeah, I was texting y'all. I was like about to get on Bolt. It's definitely in the group. Definitely in the group text.
Yeah, no, it is. It's in the iMessage text.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read it right before
However,
I had like 20 missed messages. That's
the
I read it
most
right
fun
before.
thing I did on the cruise for me was the rope course. I actually didn't drink that much.
I thought it wasn't podcast appropriate, but go ahead.
I didn't drink that much. To be honest, I swear I didn't. But the ropes course. It's like 20 different stations that you do the rope course, and each one you have an option to choose which path you want to take to the next level or the next platforms. 20 platforms.
Yeah,
It's a rush, man. It was like you do the first one, and then you get this platform 2. And platform 2, you either walk the tightrope. Now you're tethered. You know, it's like you either walk the tightrope,
like walk the.
it's about what or you do what I did, and it's zip line from platform to platform, but it goes to the outside over the ocean. I get my hair raises thinking about it because it was the most crazy thing I've ever done.
You get my size. There's something called weight caps, and
No, you think you're good? I think you're good. I think it's 350.
Is there a rope part where you had to hold on to a rope and kind of like shimmy across?
Yes.
Did you do the Ultimate Warrior? Ooh,
I should have
hit my mic.
hit my music. I should have done it. But yeah,
That is one thing I need somebody to do it with me because I don't know if my family is going to do it whenever we get in one of our pit stops on the cruise. But I do want to go ziplining somewhere.
So the best excursion I've ever done, and I like excursions. I like to do things in countries, but we ziplined in the Belizean jungle, which was fantastic. Seeing like anacondas and stuff in their natural habitat. I mean, well, maybe king cobras. I don't know what they were, but
equally bad.
It was
maybe rather have the anaconda.
It was not a good. It was not a good snake. It's not a one you'd want to keep.
Look, it's a black mamba.
Oh, hey, Kobe. But like it was literally in the tree, wrapped on the tree, and it's just why you're ziplining, ziplining away. But and then the other thing I did was it's called the 23 Waterfalls of Damawagua, and it's in Dominican. It's in the Dominican Republic, and it's basically 23 different waterfalls, naturally made waterfalls, and like it's got water slides formed in between the rock formations around all 23 waterfalls, and you slide down into the waterfall. Like,
You think they named that
pool.
while gargling water?
it's about what it looks like when you see it on paper. And then it finishes with a 60-foot jump off a cliff into a water pool below.
Sign me up.
It's beautiful, man. So interesting fact, I was too scared to do it. And the guy was like, "Hey, look over there." And I'm like, "What?" He pushed me in 60 foot. the tour guide, 60 foot. And I'm like this, going, you're falling. But yeah,
I thought you were going to say you didn't realize that there was a ledge and you just kind of fell in.
Okay, that's a dick move. That's a dick move. I see what you did there. Oh, so I'll tell that story now.
You're welcome.
Thanks. So we went.
Hold on. Why didn't I know about this story?
Because it wasn't going to be public knowledge, and then D-bag over there has to bring it up. No, I don't tell everything.
He didn't tell me.
No, my wife threw me under the bus. It's awful. So I'm literally like, okay, I hate you. We went to do an awesome excursion with the dolphin encounter. It was phenomenal. You got to pet the dolphin hugs you, you kiss the dolphin, whatever. You can do whatever. By the way,
I don't know if you can do whatever, but
so anyway,
this isn't manatees.
I pet manatees too. Oh,
You gotta do it.
Drew Adler, love him. But yeah, so like, all right, so you're in the pool, it's shallow water. Well, the part you're supposed to stay in is shallow water, and it's literally there's a platform. It's off the wall into the water about 5 foot deep that you're supposed to stand your knees on. And I had taken Paisley's life jacket off because all the kids weren't wearing life jackets because they wanted to, like, you know.
This goes back to all my safety conversations we've been having, but continue.
So none of the kids had life jackets on. The problem was I missed the part where the guy said, "Be careful." The ledge is
don't pass this point.
Yeah, once you step off the ledge, it's 27 feet deep. Got my arm. Okay. So I got Paisley, and I got my knee got too close to the ledge, and we went in like the 27-foot part of the water, and like Paisley's like, and then Jess is like grabs her by the ponytail and like yanks her out of the water, and then the guy's like just yelling at me the whole time. I'm like, I didn't mean to, but yeah, be careful. Be careful. Ledges are.
Bud says the cruise guy's back. Can't remember his name though.
Ouch. Thanks, Bud. I just booked Bud's next cruise. Actually,
Hey.
he's all ready to go. Gave him the hook up. But yeah. So definitely do an excursion on a cruise. Don't do one every single port because they're very expensive, right? I do your ports. Pick which one. Pick one, and it's worth it. Very expensive, but they just create memories. That definitely created a memory.
Hey, Dad, remember that time I almost died?
I got some awesome pictures from it. Her face is like you seen it. She's like
She
screaming.
was terrified.
She's awful, and it wasn't because she's scared of the dolphins.
I thought
because
so.
her dad
In the
almost-
picture, it makes sense now because in the picture, is
Did you say? Is it in the chat?
you in the
It's
middle.
posted.
You have her on one side and the dolphins on the other side. I
I'm
thought she
cheesing.
was screaming at the dolphin, but maybe she was screaming at you.
It's a little bit of both because it was right after. Yeah, but
Did he spray you with water?
yeah, the flick. He made him like throw water at you. It was amazing.
Bud said, "Just kidding, my broski."
Love you, bub. Appreciate you. But all right, so
So he had fun.
I did. I'm ready to go back. I'm ready for the next one.
We had fun.
We did.
Yeah.
We didn't kill each other.
Yep.
Why would you kill each other? We're all the
Wow. You know
why would you kill each other? Because we're
The three best friends that anybody could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have.
And we'll never, ever leave each other.
I mean, you said that, but I don't know if that's the best example you use because they almost tried to kill each other multiple times throughout the movies. They all came very close to death.
They almost came close to death. They weren't trying to kill each other.
what a great wholesome film.
Okay.
I'm a doctor. He's the dentist.
He's a dentist. Oh, but it's just one of those movies, man, where I don't know. I could watch it. I can't watch the TV version.
WTF? If it ain't a
Still
freaking
can't do it.
It made no sound.
No,
It's on vibrate.
sir.
Somebody's calling me from Texas. I don't
sound
know.
like somebody motorboating up in here. Did you motorboat? You motorboat, son of
E for
everyone.
yeah. But I don't even know where I was going with that. What was I even saying?
You were talking about how they tried to kill it. Wholesome movie is what you were saying.
It was. Oh, I can never watch that movie like the TV edited version.
I can't watch it.
It's not the same.
Huh?
I can't watch
You
it.
don't like Hangover?
No, I'm saying I can't watch it at the house.
Oh no.
Dad, what's that?
Nothing, boy. Go to sleep.
Yeah, there's so much in that movie. It's hard to do an edited version because there's so much missing.
Right. It's just not enjoyable. Speaking of movies,
Ant-Man.
after yes, well, yes and no. Yes, after. I'm excited after Disney's failure with Lightyear,
Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5 with
Tim Allen.
gonna be done right. That's gonna be amazing. I'm stoked. Just goes to show you, man, you can't replace Tim Allen. You can't replace Buzz. So I'm pretty stoked. I was cheesing when I saw that pop through my
They
feed.
might have Chris Evans come in and
No.
play a
But
character.
what is this? The multiverse? Get out of here. You know? No. That would be awful. If I swear if I see that character, it's gonna be horrible. But I didn't like Lightyear. I didn't think
I actually didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
good. You missed nothing. But yeah, he tries throughout the movie to articulate Tim Allen, but yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about Toy Story 5.
There's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yes.
What was your before we dive into the movie stuff? What was your there's a lot of movie trailers during the Super Bowl. What was some of your favorite Super Bowl commercials?
I'm
Fast 10. Fast 10.
I was like, well, are you doing the Dez impression of it?
No.
X is gonna give
Who
it to
did,
you.
who did the lights out? Sean Merriman. Remember Sean Merriman? Lights out.
You're doing the punk.
I've
Just
never
doing
know.
DX.
Whatever, guys. I could be doing one of many things. This is a wrestling podcast, so we'll do DX. Sure.
I don't even remember seeing the Fast 10 preview.
What?
I don't remember seeing it during the no. They did show a shortened clip
Hmm.
during the Super Bowl, but I shared the full trailer with you
Right.
before.
Well,
it
you
does
see how-
it does look a lot better than the last one.
Well, and it looks like Cena's. You might not be able to see him in this movie.
You know what? I do remember it now.
It might be very, very minimal.
I was trying
His
to
character.
figure out why the car was driving by itself because I didn't see nobody. But
And I am very intrigued with Jason Momoa's role
Oh, yep.
because the lines he had, the way he delivered them, sounded really good. I'm makes more of a believable bad guy to me. But
That part I can get. I'm still.
I
mean,
like
I'm
Jason
not
Momoa.
throwing it out yet because I like
Jason Mimosa.
I like the fast movies, so I'm definitely
Jason
Freaky.
Momoa.
definitely excited. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, and it's the whole Fast series, but like once you got to like 6, 7, 8, 9, there's always they're bringing somebody back that had passed
Died.
away or whatever. But Momoa's character is the like kingpin from Fast 5, the one where they stole the vault, and he goes off the bridge.
Okay.
Momoa's his son,
You're right.
and so they're in the trailer.
I
they
saw the
showed
focus on him. I didn't know what that relation
it was
was.
supposed to be that he witnessed everything, and now he's taken the last so many years to like formulate a plan to get back at him. And I'm like,
whatever. If you make it make sense, I'm okay.
Paul Walker's back.
The
character.
Brian O'Connor's back.
Well,
The character.
Well, wait a minute now.
Paul Walker's character.
Yes, and maybe they're alluding to it.
Well, he can't be back.
Could be. The character can be. Paul Walker can be.
That's what I'm saying.
No. But like, I watched that commercial again, and there was a lot of past footage. So it's like they're teasing
callbacks.
But I think they came out and announced that his brother was signed on to reprise the role because his brother finished the scenes when he passed away,
and you can
then
tell
they said that
if you watch the movie.
I'm pretty sure.
CGI.
I mean, I won't say 100%, but I'm pretty sure I read multiple places that he had signed on to come back. They wanted to bring the character back.
Let me tell you something. You put the side profile of him.
And there's definitely a shot. You talking about the like footage, but there's definitely a shot of Dom's sister, like with an explosion or something, and that was new. So her and Brian were supposed to kind of go away. So I think they're definitely bringing his character back.
I'm intrigued. I'm interested. With the technology they have. When was that one they did CGI with Brian? With Paul, 7 or 6? No, we're going on
7.
10. 7. So you're talking more than 3 years later. The advancement in technology, what they could do now.
Yeah, I think it was like 2017 or something.
Yeah. So you're talking a whole nother 6 years. What can they do with technology to really make it right? So, and they won't do it. They won't even think about doing it if they can't do it right.
Well, I think that in the story, Dom's son gets kidnapped, and so the whole thing with family and stuff. I mean, it makes storyline sense for them to have that be what brings the character back.
Storylines and movies, wrestling, it all goes hand in hand. That terminology, I love it. But there's
a lot of rumors that Gal Gadot is going to come back. That I think that it was.
Wasn't she in the trailer?
I can't remember. I want to say one of those they announced that she was coming back, but then I don't think they showed her in the trailer.
So it was Fast 5,
or that she would express interest in that she'd want to come back.
Was it Fast 5 with that scene? Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Anyway, that's where I got introduced to Gal Gadot. was Fast 5. The handprint scene. She needed the handprint of the guy they killed, or the guy at the vault, and she sits on his lap and he grabs her butt.
Oh,
and she uses her bikini to get his handprint. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
It was, her and Han's plan.
Han. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. Look good.
Stoked.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say about Ant-Man?
What's coming out this weekend?
Yeah, so I'm a little
Quantum Mania.
I've never paid attention to Rotten Tomatoes, but like I was getting all these alerts, like I guess I follow the page or like something, but like saying that Ant-Man's the worst rated MCU film with Rotten Tomatoes.
I haven't seen anything.
I'm like,
that doesn't surprise me.
Like, it's Rotten Tomatoes, right? I don't know. Like, why this hate on the MCU? That's what it seems like it is.
I was a huge fan of the Flash trailer, but as most DC movies, trailers are great, movies suck.
Let's hold out hope.
So real quick, speaking of the Flash thing, because I saw one right now, it's just a rumor, but obviously they got Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are both in it as Batman. I saw somewhere, I don't know if Gunn said it or if it's rumored because the Batman movie that Gunn wants to do that there may be a scene in the Flash with Bale as Batman too, and I think that they want Bale to play. See, that wasn't me that time.
Was that me?
Yeah, it was definitely.
I'm on mute though.
Not for media, but they're that Bale might play the Batman in Gunn's Batman movie, like an older version of Batman. I saw that somewhere.
Are you guys at all surprised? And I know I don't know I don't think this is like a political question, but that Ezra Miller was not quote unquote canceled for everything that he did.
I am a little surprised.
Like anybody else, man. Like, so you look at things that anybody's done, like the Ray Rice incident. Remember Ray Rice in the elevator?
Oh yeah.
He never got his career back.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand how Ezra's done all this stuff in such a short amount of time and not quote unquote been canceled.
This cancel culture's dumb.
Well, I do agree, but this is not like, I mean, strangling women. I mean, this is not small stuff. This is stuff he should be canceled for.
Has he been charged?
I mean, it's video. It's public video. I mean, I don't care if he's charged or not. It's done. It was done. You know, I just don't understand. Arrested in Hawaii.
How old was he?
This is last year. Over the last 3 years, strangling woman in Hawaii.
The thing is,
It was like breaking into homes or something too.
There was something with that. It was bad. Like I don't understand. Like
could have been a mental illness he's dealing with. Could have been off meds. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that it could be. Not trying to justify it, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and.
Yes, he was charged with disorderly conduct and harassment in the latest one in Hawaii. He was taken into custody for second-degree assault.
You know why he hasn't been canceled? Because he'll settle. He'll pay him off.
Video showed him arrested, throwing a chair at a woman, causing a half-inch gash in her forehead. He was told to leave. Never left. He was arrested 20 minutes after the attack. This is the one last year. I just don't understand. And there's more and more that just keeps coming out. And I don't understand. Like I look at all the things that like happen over accusations, right? Those are the things I don't like. Things that happen over accusations without proof.
Well, that just goes to show how backwards our society is.
It's awful, man.
And you'll condemn someone who allegedly, and you won't do anything to someone where there's hard evidence.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. That's the kind of stuff I don't like.
And the question does turn political. The question becomes, is it because of how he votes? Is that why? I mean, could be, could not. Welcome to the show, Scott. Scott Larson's asking, hey, what superhero movie are you most looking forward to this year?
Fast 10.
Superhero movie.
I am looking forward to I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy
Black
fan.
Adam.
Oh, I am a Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Even since the first one, I think it's the ensemble cast that's in these movies because they are truly great. The soundtracks are amazing.
I've enjoyed all the Guardians so far. Yeah,
that's the one
But
I'm looking forward to.
I'm a DC mark. I am. When I saw Michael Keaton as Batman,
He teared up a little bit.
I did. I cried. I cried.
It's still real to him.
Yeah. Michael Keaton, in my opinion, and it's just my personal opinion. He's my favorite Batman of all time.
So I think Guardians will be the better movie. I'm more excited about The Flash, only because with The Flash and what he's able to do, and like kind of what they did in the TV show and the multiverse thing. Like I think that the Flash movie could open up a lot of possibilities for DC.
Yeah.
It has a chance to really change things around, but I do think Guardians will ultimately be the better movie.
Scott, let us know which one you're looking forward to as well, man.
Old Scott Larson.
So you said Guardians,
Yeah, it's definitely hands down
Super Mario Brothers.
for other reasons.
There's other ones too, right?
Yeah.
Ant-Man. I mean, Ant-Man comes
Ant-Man.
out.
I'm not. I like Ant-Man.
The Marvels is supposed to come out. The sequel to Captain Marvel.
That'll be good.
Shane will be lost because he didn't watch TV stuff. So there's a whole character that he's not going to know anything about. But
Who's this person?
Shazam comes out.
It's all right.
The next Shazam. I think Aquaman's scheduled to come out Christmas time.
Deadpool
Mimosa.
next year, right? Jason Mimosa. That's. I mean, let's truth be told, the movie I'm looking forward to is Deadpool, but it's next year.
But hey, tell him, bud. Michael Keaton is the best Batman, hands down. Amen. Scott says I was looking forward to Shazam until I saw the silliness. I get it. A lot of people give Shazam some flack because of what it is, but I was a fan of it personally. I like the silly humor.
It was okay.
I mean, it's not a blockbuster hit, but I just enjoyed it. But I also enjoyed Morbius, and everyone hates that. So
Blue Beetle.
TV.
Is that
The Tick?
says it's a movie?
I think it's coming out on HBO.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. Streaming.
Did you say Green Needle or Brainstorm?
Green Needle.
Brainstorm. Green Needle. What else we got?
Are you? Oh, there it is. No.
Is it coming out?
It's scheduled for theatrical release in August 8, 2023. It was originally intended to be HBO Max film, so that's gonna be a. I'm not familiar with who it is, but
Never heard of him.
I'll watch it.
He's a pretty cool character. I think I got introduced to the character in Smallville.
Oh, see, there it is.
Scott says spoon.
Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
Is it a superhero?
Mutant
Kinda.
Mayhem.
Of course they are.
Kind of.
Is it now? Is this like another remake, or are they going off of like the previous two they've done?
I think it's a complete remake.
And
somebody big's doing it.
And is it live action again, or is it, CGI? Well, not CGI, but you know what I'm saying, cartoonish.
I'm trying to look and see if there's any leaked images from the movie.
The Mutant Mayhem. They might as well call it Mad Dog Mayhem.
Mad Dog.
Hey, J Nitro Vlogs, welcome to the chat, brother.
I like Jay Nitro. What's up, Jay? Hope you're doing well, sir.
So right now we're just talking about for those of you who are just now joining, right now we're talking about different upcoming movie releases. Talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles supposed to be coming out this year. I'm trying to figure out some information on it. Earlier, to recap, earlier we talked about.
So Seth Rogen's doing it. That was the big name. I knew somebody big was doing it, but he's the one that's producing it and directing it.
Pumbaa. Got it.
And Evan Goldberg.
Evan Goldberg. That name sounds familiar. Is he an actor also?
Focus on them being teenagers.
No, Goldberg is a screen director or writer.
Okay.
He's a screenwriter.
My mind went to Mighty Ducks.
Goldberg. Oh, dude, you talk about somebody, man. That's I can't think of his name. Sean something. But dude, you talk about somebody.
Emilio Estevez.
That was Coach Bombay.
I know. Charlie Sheen's brother.
By the way, was the Mighty Ducks a good show? Episodic show? Did anybody see that?
I watched. The first season was good.
I heard it was really good. A lot of
the
tie-ins.
second season, Estevan left, and they replaced him with Josh Duhamel, I think. I haven't watched it yet, but first season was good. There was some notable people missing, but it was good. There was a lot of callbacks.
So what I was saying, Sean Weiss was the guy that played Goldberg. A lot of people don't realize, but a lot of people don't know what he went through, but that's what he became of him.
Oh, dude.
And he's fully recovered, but he got into a dark place.
Addiction will do that, man.
A lot of addiction. But he looks really good. He was hoping, I think, to get into the Mighty Ducks kind of reboot with the TV show. But
So Jay Nitro, what we asked earlier, if you're still watching, we posed the question of what was your favorite Super Bowl trailer, and then the other question posed was what superhero movie you might be looking forward to most this coming year. So
you know, my favorite commercial from the Super Bowl was the one with Kevin Hart and The Undertaker.
yeah,
Was hilarious. Like Tony Hawk and all the different appearances.
I think my favorite one was one that tripped a lot of people out.
The Tubi.
Yes.
I think I enjoyed the Diddy jingle commercial where it was all the music stuff. I just thought it was neat.
Yeah. That's some good ones. For sure.
They better, man, for the price they cost. Did you
20 mil.
for a 30-second spot or something like that? Crazy, man.
I'd tell you one commercial that threw me for a loop. That I was just confused. Like when it was over, I was like, "What? Like what just happened?" So they showed this like bar scene where it was like Miller Lite versus Coors Light, which I thought was weird because it was like, this is a Miller Lite commercial. No, it's a Coors Light commercial, and they were kind of going back and forth, and then they like two guys brawled, and then at the very end, like it shows like Blue Ribbon or something, and it was like or Blue Moon, and it was like as a Blue Moon commercial, and that the words come up and then it fades. The commercial ends, and I was like, "What the world? Like, why would you spend the whole commercial advertising two other products just at the end to be like, oh, this is our commercial?" It was weird. I don't know.
What a waste of money.
I mean, unless they all went in on the price together.
Of course they did.
To show that Blue Moon is the premier
Last one
premier
standing.
beer.
It was weird. I don't know.
Was it Blue Moon or Pass Through the Ribbon?
PBR.
I think it was Blue Moon.
Was it? Oh,
One of them, but I don't know. It was just weird. Like I was like, I don't know if that's how I would have spent my
20 mil.
spent my money advertising.
They all call it, hey guys, so here's what we do. We throw in 7 mil piece.
Oh my Lord, man. Like it's nothing. Must be nice.
Yeah.
So
What did you think of the halftime show?
I personally thought it was good.
I love it.
It wasn't great, but I found myself being like, oh man, I forgot Rihanna had these many hits.
I got turned away with the crotch rubbing and smelling herself. It was disgusting.
I mean,
I turned it off at that point. But I did forget how many hits she had. Like you gotta look at the good and the bad, right?
But yeah, your standout scene from Fast is her getting smacked on the butt. Got it.
yeah.
It wasn't getting smacked. She sat on the guy's knee and he put his hand there. No, it wasn't. It's a bikini.
Same thing.
It's not. It was full coverage.
But I knew Rihanna had a lot.
That was full coverage.
Oh, she's fully covered. It's Gal Gadot. She's
a saint.
Yes, thank you. She's Ron Emerson.
I did know Rihanna had a lot of hits, but there was it was things where I was like, oh man, you just forget how exactly how many were such big hits.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I think it was.
She didn't play the one I wanted here, but it's okay.
I think one thing that I was surprised, and I think it, I enjoyed almost, I think it. You look at it both ways. I think I would have enjoyed if it would have happened, but I also enjoyed that it didn't. Was that she had so many songs with other people that nobody else showed up.
I was no other,
which was kind of nice. It's just different. I mean, you just expect other people there to be surprises, and it was strictly on her, which I thought was kind of nice.
I thought it was very difficult. It would have been difficult for anybody to be the Super Bowl halftime show that followed last year's. Because to me, I mean, the talent that was showcased in last year's Super Bowl was fantastic.
So I I've been saying how, in my opinion, Prince has probably been the best.
It's up there.
I went back and listened to it and watched it. It was rough.
Oh, dude, it was all about the show for that. But I think for that,
I watched it and looked at it and stuff today, and I was like, man, that's this is not as good as I remember.
Oh, I think it's still fantastic as far as like the show goes, man. The Purple Rain performance. I mean, lyrically, come on, the guy was much older, but it was what 2007.
It wasn't his singing, it was his playing. I mean, his playing was, he was hitting chords that was just off, and it's like, man, dude.
I love Prince.
And I just watching it. Yeah, I get it. It's iconic because he's in the rain playing Purple Rain.
I tell you what, another fantastic part of the Super Bowl was Chris Stapleton doing the national anthem.
Highlighted
yeah.
all music, and the whole show.
That is so I was thinking about this, and I may get a lot of flack for this, but it was Whitney Houston-esque
in its own right. It definitely.
It was up there. It still wasn't as good as that one.
I don't.
but it was
that-
Let me tell you, I texted you guys.
I think it was better than Whitney.
I was trying to get back for the
Shut your
national.
mouth.
I was trying to get back for the national anthem, but with the hotel we were staying in Miami, there was a bar and grill next door. So I walked over to because I called in food. I was waiting on the food, and all of a sudden, Chris Stapleton came on the TV. There's like 20 TVs playing, and I heard it. I was watching it, and I was watching people's reaction because I mean it's very diverse crowd. It's Miami, and bro, it was so quiet and awe, and like everything stood still. Like it was surreal. It was probably 250 people in there. And he finished that, and the whole place went nuts. I was like, America. Chris Stapleton. So definitely, he has a very unique sound that really brings people together because there's multiple people, different people that can like
soul.
music. It is.
You feel his music.
100%.
There's a rawness to his voice.
So good.
For sure.
Bluesy and the stories he tells,
And then the way he looks, it's like I wouldn't expect that.
right.
Yeah.
Anyhow, guys, so how was it last week?
Yeah, it was good.
I'm a little sad. You know, I mean, we didn't have Spirits with Shane last week. I was expecting it this week. You know.
Oh no. You know, I'm gonna
New Aquafina.
I've turn over a new leaf
This week.
For a week.
Yeah, I gotta recover. But what's going on in the wrestling world, boys?
Well, mentioned earlier, Jerry Jarrett passed away.
Yeah, that was awful.
I didn't get to read how or anything.
Well, he was up there.
Up in age.
He was over
yeah.
80. Had to be. And active on Facebook too. Jerry Jarrett was. But I don't know if did they release a cause of death yet? It's been hours. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
So the big thing this week in wrestling, you got Elimination Chamber this weekend.
Yep.
And Battle in the Valley.
Yep.
So two big shows.
Is that Friday and Saturday, right?
Yeah, well, I
There's
guess they're
Elimination-
both Saturday, but
Okay.
Battle in the Valley is late. I
It's in
think. So
California,
it might
though.
be Friday.
But Battle in the Valley is in California.
Well, it's the 18th. So the 18th is Saturday. So I guess it's 10 p.m. So it must start after
Well, 10 p.m. would be 7 p.m. in California.
10 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about right. Okay. AEW Dynamite.
Yeah, so you got Mark Briscoe versus Josh Woods.
Let's stop there. How awesome is it to see Mark Briscoe on an AEW flyer on a regular basis now?
Pretty fantastic. But
I
not
am-
as good as it was watching his promo last week. It was just hilarious because he's just so different than anybody else on the roster with his personality and stuff. That
He's like a very agile bushwhacker. Like
it's exactly, yeah, it's a very accurate representation.
But dude, his work is fantastic. His promos, like talking about Chris Stapleton, like there's a realness about him. That's who he is. Like it's great. It's refreshing to be able to see a talent reflect who they truly are on TV and not have to change nothing.
It's all shoot. There's no
like, it's
I was
great.
like, you weren't here last week, so you got to go back and watch it because he's definitely like just not what you're used to with AEW. I mean, even though AEW is kind of diverse, it's just like they don't have anybody like him on the roster, like his personality. So he's backstage and his whole voice and everything. Hey. He's like, and
awesome.
then Woods comes in. I don't know, it was just it was a
And
good
it
moment.
It sucks to me, dude, and I'll still never forgive TV executives for it. But it sucks that it took the passing of his brother for him to get the position he's in. I'll never get over that because what could have been. It's just you can't even fathom what it could have been because it would have been amazing. But
Yeah. We also have Brian Cage versus Jack Perry.
They're gonna put Cage under to Perry, dude. He's on his way out, right? He has to be.
He hasn't renewed his contract, last I heard, and it's up soon.
Yeah, like dude, there's like he's getting beaten, and he's carrying one of Ring of Honor's belts, is he not?
Yeah.
The
Part of
trios.
trios.
Oh, yeah. So he's gonna go under to Jack Perry.
Also have Wardlow sits down with JR.
Where's he been?
Well, he returned last week before last.
Well, I was last week. I was probably not.
Was it
able to
last
watch.
week or the week before last? No, it was he returned the week that Joe faced Darby Allin 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
I also have MJF will speak because he's obligated by contract to be in Laredo.
That's getting old really quick. I'm sick and tired of hearing that. What do you think? It's been several times now that he's contractually obligated.
Speaking of MJF, you know what I'm talking about? Where I'm about to go.
Pretty sure I know where you're going.
Did you see
the titty? And it was, dude. It wasn't the top.
No, it was out.
Areola was there.
Her full-on nipple was,
But
there.
it was. Was just on Twitter, and I saw MJS comment. And he posted, some girl tried to make me sign her breast. Like there was cameras all out. Surprised it hasn't made it to Twitter yet. And then like almost immediately there was a response where the guy was like, "I got the video," and I was like, watch it, thinking the same thing. Like, oh, she's just gonna like pull her shirt down. He's gonna sign the top, and then I was like, oh no, it's like fully out. But MJF was classic heel. So he had already walked off camera. And then they're like, oh, we got a pin. He walks back and then he gets like right to it. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm out. And just turns around.
It's so funny because like I can appreciate MJF. I love it that he's true and that he keeps it real. I think he's overly vulgar for my personal taste. I like on TV, but regardless, but it's who he is, and he's able to bring this believability about pro wrestling and the character he is, or the person he is. I have to give it to him, man. Like he doesn't change he doesn't change. It reminds me of Undertaker back in the 90s when this dude wore all black in public. Like he didn't talk. Like, it was great. Yeah. So just, I can appreciate MJF.
We also have Adam Cole sits down with Renee Paquette. Yeah. Tony Storm versus Ruby Soho versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
That's gonna be surprisingly, well, no, not surprisingly, but that's gonna be potential match of the night there. That's gonna be one to watch.
Britt and Ruby will carry it.
Oh my god, you're so
Ruby's kind of been in the middle because it's kind of Tony and
Tony's heel.
Tony's fantastic.
Soraya's heel
versus Britt and Jamie.
Britt and Jamie have kind of turned face because the crowd is behind Jamie as champ. Yeah, Hangman Adam Page versus Kip Sabian.
That'll be good.
You got Orange Cassidy, the acclaimed, and Billy Gunn.
Is that what it says?
Pretty sure that says Daddy Ass.
That's for you to say. Versus I wonder if this gets changed.
No, he'll be there. That's
Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt.
Well, shoot, how long after Jay Pass was Mark on a week? Yeah,
he's on a week.
He'll be there.
So I'm curious because the last week the Acclaim dropped the titles to the Guns. Was really shocked to see how it ended. It kind of ended weird. Felt
You'll
like
have to fill me in.
Felt like it took the air out of the.
So basically what happened is, it was the Gun tried to keep using the belt to beat the Acclaim. Billy finally comes out, takes the belt.
Looks like he's gonna
turn, but doesn't.
I mean, he doesn't play it off like he's gonna turn. Like people just with the way he came out, you assume that he was gonna turn. Like he didn't like really necessarily act like he was gonna turn. You just assumed like, oh, here he goes. Now he's about to turn, but he didn't.
And ends up happening.
They attack him, take him out.
Yeah, and not Masscaster. What's the other one? Anthony Bowens. Gets pushed to the ropes. Colton Gunn hits him with one of the other belts, knocks him out. 1, 2, 3.
They walk out, but
they walk out, and the crowd was dead
it was
silent.
It was weird. It came across weird. Yeah, like they just like I don't know if it was shock or if it was but it's weird because they beat the Acclaim, and then the Acclaim came out last on Rampage, and
help out
saved
Orange
Orange Cassidy and stuff, and kind of they got the match. So it's almost like they're automatically kind of going into this program with Jarrett. So like, where does that lead to Guns? The only thing that
Well, so FTR.
I was gonna say the only beef that they've really had has been with FTR, and they've been off TV for a little bit. So, but the rumor was that they weren't gonna be on TV until their contracts, were up. So I don't know.
Last but not least, you have Tornado Tag Match: John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Roosh and Preston Vance.
I do think bold early prediction. What's happening? I think they're going toward.
Welcome to the show, guys. By the way,
MJF and Brian.
Yeah,
at Revolution.
Brian Danielson.
I have MJF losing the belt there. Early bold prediction. I think Brian's gonna end up for a rights renewal, like leverage piece. I think Brian's gonna end up taking the belt from MJF.
A rights renewal. Elaborate on that.
You got rights coming up. I think like TV rights deals coming up 2024. I think it's going to be used.
Think Danielson does more than MJF does?
Oh, well, you got to think to the execs. You got to think to the TV execs. Not that he does more, but he's more diverse, more well known.
Well known, yes. I don't know.
That's what I'm going off of. It's like Jericho. It's like they put the belt on Jericho because he was known to get the TV rights deal
for Ring of Honor.
In AEW when they started the company.
I mean, I could see them going. It wouldn't surprise me if they go that
That's
route.
the only way.
I still think
it'd be a short. I think it's a short. I think it's gonna be a short title reign, but I think Brian takes it. It's gonna be an interesting build in the next couple weeks. But
or if you get that coming up, do we see Adam Cole Bebe take it down the line instead
from Ryan or from MJF?
I think he's next in line after this.
The original promo when he came back was
programs over with MJF and Danielson. I think Cole's in the picture for sure.
Well, what's more money, MJF versus Cole, or Brian versus, from a wrestling standpoint?
Oh,
Brian versus Cole.
Brian versus Cole
would be fantastic TV. I'm just picturing all I can think is like an Iron Man 60-minute just.
But they're about to do that already, though.
Yeah,
don't do it again.
MJF Danielson match is supposed to be Iron Man.
That's what which I don't know. I know that he's been kind of like wondering if he could do it, if MJF can do it, but
so I do got to give Elliot a little bit of credit though. So last week on the show, Elliot talked about being super excited for the Dynamite card, and we went through the card, and I was like, it looks like a nice card, but I feel like it's going to let me down. But from a wrestling standpoint, Roosh versus Danielson,
watch out,
amazing. MJF versus pronounce his name. I always mess it up.
Konosuke Takeshita. Yeah.
Fantastic. The Elite versus Top Flight, AR Fox. Amazing. I mean, all the matches.
Everything was
predictable. It ended weird because of the gun thing, but from just a pure wrestling in-ring standpoint, all the matches were amazing.
Well, everything was predictable. The show was very predictable last week, except for the very end. But it was by far in my opinion, when it came down to as solid as a show could get, it was top notch.
Top Flight?
Not quite.
I'm sorry. I'm just sitting over here laughing in my mind.
Takeshita?
No. Actually, not that. No, Elliot. No, because that's something I would laugh at. But no, you said the gun thing. And my mind goes back to Arn Anderson, the Glock promo.
Oh yeah,
bro. Like I just think about this, man. That was
so between you and me.
So I was watching.
So good. Brings a tear to my eye.
So I was actually watching an interview with Tony Schiavone, Aubrey, Arn, and Brock Anderson the other day, and they brought up that promo and everything, and it was one of those things that Arn talked about when he got back behind the curtain, back to Gorilla. Tony is always there. Tony Khan, TK. And he wasn't. He's like, oh, crap. I'm in trouble. And TK was on the phone. And the literal words that was told to TK was, if it had been anyone other than Arn, we'd have had an issue with it. But because it was Arn Anderson, we know
From
TV execs.
Oh my
From
lord!
TNT.
Can you imagine that call? That call came through quick. For the
TNT.
call.
Yeah, it was weird. You
Just
just,
shows
you were just
respect.
talking about listening to the interview, and then I'm like, I'm surprised AEW hasn't done it yet, because you were like, Tony, Aubrey, Arn, and then you said Brock, and that was all you said. And I immediately just went to Brock Lesnar, and I was like, but then I was like, why? Yeah, I'm just waiting for somebody on AEW to announce Anderson, Brock Anderson.
Shivani will do it.
But no, they talked about that, and Arn just said he's blessed and lucky that the person that was on the other end of that phone call had seen his work in the past before.
Oh, so it was
somebody
familiar with wrestling
and knew that's old school Arn Anderson.
Man, that was with Cody.
Yeah, I spilled his brains out.
Oh, difference between me and you. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my.
I mean, I remember
It was intense.
watching it. I was like, oh my God.
You almost had to rewind
I
it.
was like, did he just say that on TV?
Can he say that? Wow. Yeah, it was. Oh man, I do love Arn Anderson.
Yeah,
but funny, going kind of transitioning. Cody was involved in that promo, and speaking of which, Cody Rhodes.
Cody's had 2 amazing promos back to back.
Elaborate, man. I watched the one last night.
Well, before we do that, let's take a quick break. I got to thank our sponsorship and stuff. Just going to take a quick break real quick. Guys, we'll be back in 60 seconds. And come back and join us for the second part of the Lowdown Popcast. Guys, welcome back to the second half of the Lowdown Popcast. Before we continue, we'd like to thank Revolution Nutrition, where community and nutrition meet. Located in Camden, South Carolina, in the heart of Dusty Bend, they offer healthy protein shakes and iced coffees, energizing herbal teas, aloe refreshers, kid-friendly drinks, and positive vibes. Head on over there, mention the Lowdown, and get 10% off of your order. And we appreciate their sponsorship. What you drinking on tonight, Jay Winburn?
My own specialty.
Ooh,
It's pink lemonade, cherry, and cotton candy.
Similar to what you made last week?
Yeah, it might have been the same thing I
Okay.
made last week.
tried. I went there today. Oh, yeah. A nice Revolution plug, because I'm telling you, you don't realize how much you miss. I was 10 days without one.
Oh, I'm taking it with me on the cruise, powder and all.
Bro, okay. So I got a weird caffeine withdrawal headache, at the cruise, of course. Even though I was having caffeine, there's something different when you drink one of those loaded teas. But bro, I walked in there today with a smile on my face, like tweaking, like I'm a seeker. Like I'm like, give me something, and I had the what were the Christmas ones? Or not the Christmas ones, the Valentine's Day ones. I could see the picture of it, but it was absolutely fantastic.
I haven't had any Valentine's ones
I
this
had
week.
2 of them today. They're good, real good. So yeah, it's good to get that.
I was busy all day.
back. Yeah, my bad.
So before we took our break, we were getting into the Cody promo.
Yep. So
2 back-to-back weeks.
yeah, I was
Been
saying we
great.
talked about last week's on the show, so Shane didn't, but you went back and watched it.
I watched
right?
the first one.
Last week,
the one with Paul.
Heyman. Yeah,
I watched it last night when you're all talking about it. Paul to me was the favorite part of that promo.
all right, and say
Now, what I heard about the other one, the new one with was it Sammy?
Sammy?
I heard it's fantastic, but the one with Paul was good. Going to the believability factor, like
I mean, they both sold it.
you watch that promo, like you wonder who could beat Roman Reigns in the last 2 years, 2.5 years. You now believe that Cody Rhodes is the one that can do it. Because I get chills, man, when they can do it like that. And man, I think there's a legit crack with Paul crying. I think that literally got at the heartstrings a little bit. Was awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to see that match.
So last night, with Sammy, you had something happen that was really, really pretty amazing as well. Where Cody looks at him in the promo and says, "Finish your story."
Mm.
I was like, he said 2 weeks ago at the Royal Rumble, I won it. And we all heard Michael Cole say, "Cody Rhodes, go finish your story at WrestleMania." And he said, "Sammy, go finish your story at Elimination Chamber, and I'll see you at WrestleMania."
It was the promo was good on both ends.
So how are they going with this?
So Sammy came out and was talking about because Cody last week had said, it seems more and more likely that I'm going to be facing Sammy at Mania, not Roman, is what Sammy said. Because that was Cody alluded to that in his promo last week.
Okay.
And then Sammy came out and he was like, I just want to know, do you really believe that? And then Cody cut it's Cody's passion that comes across. That's what makes the promos so well. Like you can just tell it. I mean, he's about the business. And Cody was talking about believing in himself, and he was like, you got to believe. And then that's when he said the thing about finishing your story. But he was saying it. I mean, it was his passion was coming across, his facial expressions, his passion.
So Sammy versus Roman at Elimination Chambers for both.
Yep.
Okay. And then Cody's going to face the winner, whoever the champion is, at Mania.
Yep.
And it's going to be for both belts. It's not going to be because I did read that there is no plans to take one off of Roman. Okay. I think the ultimate result here, Mania and beyond, is going to be.
Billy says, hair raising. Cody is fire on the mic. I agree. And welcome, Billy.
And what also made the promo so good, it was similar, like you look back at moments like Rock versus Hogan, stuff like where the crowd was split. So the crowd didn't know because they were both, this is the first time they both, like you've got the Cody crowd that wants Cody to fight Roman, then you got the Sammy crowd, but the crowd was behind both. And so the whole promo, like everything that Cody said, the crowd was behind. Everything that Sammy said, the crowd was behind. So it was their reactions was also what was making the promo.
So what's your gut tell you that they're going to do here?
Cody, Sammy, Zayn.
What do you think they have Sammy beat Roman?
No.
I don't know. Sammy versus Cody's money.
I think in the ring, I agree. I think from a draw standpoint,
you got to have
Roman versus Cody. The problem is
triple threat.
See, that's what I don't want that to happen.
That would ruin everything.
I don't want that to happen. But if Vince was still in charge, I would say 100% it would be Roman versus Cody, hands down. Like they're not going to pull the trigger on Sammy.
So here's what could happen. We could see Sammy beat Roman and main event Jay versus Roman Reigns for head of the table again
at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
See,
you got to have Roman under the spotlight.
Yeah, I think Roman's got to be in the main event at Mania. He is the draw of the company right now.
I think he
last 5 years.
I think they main event that on one night. That's your main event.
So
for one of the nights,
you're a month and a half away from WrestleMania. There's no.
So now, backstory on what's going on because you weren't here to watch SmackDown and stuff.
Billy
So,
says DQ where Jay gets involved in the tax reigns. Very possible.
so Usos had a tag match on SmackDown. So Jay didn't show up the previous week. Usos had a tag match on SmackDown versus Braun and Ricochet because they won the tournament. The whole episode, the first half of the episode, you have Jimmy, like, I haven't heard. I'm calling him. He's not answering. Heyman's there. Like, you heard from your brother. No, like, he's not showing, but he'll be there. He's got my back. Jimmy walks down to the ring by himself. They basically do the introductions and everything as if there's about to be a handicap match. And then, like, the spotlight shines in the crowd. Crowd goes nuts. Jimmy walks out of the crowd. Jay walks out of the crowd. They do the match. The Usos win in a good match. And then, Jimmy's talking about how he's, you got my back, stuff like that. So they're talking after the match. It shows them backstage, and Heyman's like peeking around the corner, like a little spy.
He's dropping.
And Jimmy asked Jay, where does he stand? He said, I don't know yet. And then he kind of walks off. And then Paul asked Jimmy, well, did your brother say anything? And he was like, no, like, but it was the way Paul asked it. It was kind of like he knew something was up. Then later it shows it shows Jay leaving the arena, and Sammy comes up in this hooded stuff and was talking to Jay about, like being there for him and stuff like that. And then he holds out his hand. And he was like, come on, man. Like you know that. And he's like, and they like fist bump. And then like Sammy walks out and gets out.
Oh, I know, but that's not the part though. The biggest part of that was Sammy looks at Jay and says, Jay, I want you to know
I
acknowledge you.
Uh-oh.
So they're making it seem as if Jay's on Sammy's side, which makes me believe that
he's not.
That Jay's gonna turn on Sammy. What I did find funny, because Roman recently created TikTok, and after the promo last night, he shared on TikTok. He said, "If you got to hold a pep rally in the middle of the ring to convince each other that you can beat me, you both don't stand a chance. See you at Elimination Chamber." So short and sweet, to the point, but fits his character. So
I'm just wondering, man, like what if they do all this, man, like all this with Jay and Jimmy and Sammy and Cody, just to have Roman keep the belt, keep going. I mean, it's possible. Like the crowd wants, I think the crowd wants Sammy or Cody, right? That's apparent, evident. Cody's got that story, man. Like that full circle.
How many days is Roman?
like 900 almost.
So
almost 3 years.
So and Bruno Sammartino was how much?
Man, I should know all those offhand, dude.
Because
I'm not sure what it is.
I wonder how many days Roman has to be the all-time.
He held it almost 8 years.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
But
then he has another one for 4,000 days. Well, no. He also holds the record for the longest combined reign at 4,040 days.
So the other part of the Sammy thing. So when Sammy came out and he was with the promo, you need to watch it, because the whole thing, I mean, it was believable on both sides. But Sammy was talking about being behind the scenes and knowing how the bloodline operate and the links that they'll go to, ensure a victory. And he brought up the fact that Roman's, been champion for almost 900 days. And he was like, do I believe that I can be the face of the company? Yes. Do I believe that I can win the championship? Yes. And he was like, but do I think that I can take on the bloodline and come out on top? I don't know. And then that was, that kind of played into
and
Cody's pep talk.
You also, whenever Heyman was talking to Jimmy, he said he alluded to the fact, that he needed to stay home, and the tribal chief Roman Reigns wanted him to stay home at Elimination Chamber, because sometimes your perception is quite different when you see things play out on television, alluding to him and Jay talking. Jay talking to Sammy, so forth.
So he's not staying at home.
So what? Off topic, but I just saw this and something stood out to me. But did you see the list? Because WrestleMania is in Hollywood this year, so there's a lot of rumors that they're going to remake all these Hollywood the movie trailers and stuff like they did
WrestleMania 21.
Yeah. Did you see the list?
I have not.
So
So please share.
It says, I'm told right now that below is what has been planned. I don't know if this is all of them or just a little bit, but
Which, by the way, folks, if you have not seen the vignettes that was for WrestleMania 21, WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, they are fantastic. Every one of them were absolute gold. But go ahead.
so Miz and Maurice are supposed to be doing a parody of Top Gun, or so.
That's gonna happen.
Rhea and the Judgment Day,
Okay.
Stranger Things.
Oh my! I'm so
That was what stood out. That's what I saw.
Oh, so excited!
Um,
I'm watching WrestleMania.
Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre, 40-year-old virgin. Becky and Seth,
Okay,
Batman and the Joker.
that's happening.
And then the Bloodline is the Goodfellas.
Bloodline is good. That'll happen. Yeah, those are all gonna happen. That Stranger Things thing, man. Woo! Play the music. I get stoked.
But what I do want to, somebody commented on it, and I think it would be a missed opportunity. I know you haven't watched The Boys, the Amazon show, but Cody's whole gear looks exactly like the main
Homelander.
character, Homelander, in the show. Like, I mean, almost identical.
Complete
And
D-bag.
he's got bleach blonde hair. That has to happen. Like,
They should have.
you could almost just take their faces off, and it would be the same.
They should have
It would look
Austin-
the same.
Austin Theory parody Peacemaker. Or Sean Legacy.
Better.
Much better.
Speaking of Sean Legacy, shout out. He leaves for Noah.
Yeah, he's heading out to Japan, man. That's coming up quick.
Yep.
If not, it's
Yeah.
real soon.
Beginning of April, I think.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. Just goes to show you. You never know who you're gonna see at an indie show, especially a good one.
Yep.
Palmetto Championship Wrestling plug. What else, boys?
So, like I said, we got Chamber this weekend.
Yeah.
And New Japan. It looks like they're both on the 18th. So I think Chamber starts at 8. New Japan starts at 10. So Chamber card so far of what's announced. So you got Roman versus Sammy.
Yep.
Kind of talked about that a little bit, but
I
I don't think we really answered. I think Roman walks out.
Okay.
I don't think Sammy takes the title.
After hearing like y'all fill me in on how how it's playing out on TV, the USO that's showing allegiance, quote unquote allegiance to
Jay. Yeah.
Jay's gonna cost Sammy the match.
And it might not be a full on turn. I mean, it might be a distract. I mean,
I think he flat out.
I mean, I
cost
do
him
think he
to his face.
turns, but I mean, it could just be like
Inadvertent turn.
yeah, like
Oh shoot! I meant to give you this. I gave it to Roman. Yeah, one of those things. All right.
Or he goes to hit Roman, misses, hit Sammy.
then you got so the men's elimination chamber match. So for the United States Championship, you got Theory, Seth Rollins, Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford.
I think Theory wins. I think Theory goes over there. Sounds like it should be actually a really solid match.
If anybody was to take it, I do think Theory keeps the belt. But if somebody out of the other 5, like if you had to say somebody who
Name them all again.
Be Seth.
Seth Rollins, Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Montez Ford.
I actually think Johnny Gargano would be if I'm booking. I mean, I would love to see him carry something for the company.
I would like to see him carry something, but I don't think it's him that would get it because of the stuff he's been doing with Miz for the longest.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it could be something that they use to catapult Montez into his single stuff.
Yeah.
As there was that possibility. Or they put it on Seth. Seth defends that Mania against Logan Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Priest has a shot, but I could see them maybe doing it to give Judgment Day some more like
Power.
Yeah, like legitimacy. Yeah.
Well, Priest has been a United States champion before,
Mhm.
so it wouldn't be something new for him. And I mean, in my opinion, he
He's only
carried it
getting
well.
better, man. He's only getting better anyway. I've always been a fan of Martinez, and his work's only.
You got to go back and watch last week's promo. It wasn't good.
He got so confused.
Edge came out. We talked about it on the show. Edge came out, cut a promo, and then Judgment Day came out. And as they were walking down the ramp, he was cutting the promo, and he
Money in the bank.
got in his own head or something. Instead of saying Elimination Chamber, he said Money in the Bank, and then he caught himself, and I think that like steered him off because then he was like he couldn't get words out, and then he looked at Finn, and he was like, "This guy's got me all flustered." I mean,
he's not winning,
but you could see, like, you could tell. I mean, it came across
that.
on TV. I was like, what is he talking? Like, it was.
What is he talking about?
Is he like pulling an Ultimate Warrior? Like, I was like, what is he saying?
Welcome to the Silver Dome.
That was Hogan.
I know.
That's just as bad.
Then you got the women's championship #1 contender match in the Elimination Chamber. So you got Asuka.
I think Asuka takes it.
Stop.
Yeah. Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia, Carmella.
I like Raquel. She's not big enough yet.
Yeah.
What they're doing with Asuka.
It would surprise me if Asuka didn't take it, unless there's some surprise. Brock Lesnar comes out in a wig.
Brooke Lesnar.
Santina Marella.
Brooke.
Oh my God. That took all the blood just rushed from my head.
Other than that, it has to be Asuka. Nobody else.
God. I can't recover from that, bro. That was.
He swallowed his tongue.
I just wish. I just wish everybody knew, like, your true disdain for Brock Lesnar, and like just your ability to.
I shouldn't say never. We never say never in professional wrestling. But if he was to come out in a wig, I would be done watching WWE.
Well, here's the
everything.
Thing. Here's the thing. What if
I'd quit the podcast? I'm done. I'd be done with wrestling.
What if he didn't come out in a wig? He just took his hair out of a bun and just let it ride.
Oh man, I can't. My cheeks hurt. The only way Asuka loses is if Brock Lesnar comes out.
Or Sable. Sable comes out.
I actually was just thinking like they could have Brock's music hit and have him get to the like cage and then be like, and then like Sable's music hit.
Next, stop. Asuka wins.
Well, here's the thing. He admitted his like for the first time, he talked about his wife in a promo.
Yeah,
a week or two ago.
Did he refer to her Sable or Rena?
Sable.
Well, I don't think he said her name.
Said my wife.
He just said like he brought up his wife because he was talking about being at home with his wife or something like that. And the crowd popped, and then like all the memes on social media were like Brock and Sable in bed, and this guy like Brock turned over thinking about Bobby Lashley.
Puppies.
Next. I can't do
Then
this.
you got so I agree, Asuka, but Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn and Rhea.
Edge and Beth has to be right.
I mean, I don't know. Rhea's going against Charlotte at Mania for the title, so I don't know if they have.
It'd
do you
be
think
Finn,
they have her lose?
Finn loses. Finn takes the fall, but
I think he might have Judgment.
But you don't want to delegitimize Judgment Day.
I think Judgment Day gets the win. I think it's Rhea over Beth.
I can see that.
Yeah, probably way I'd lean.
I mean, Edge is on his way out anyway. So,
bro, let's sidestep a little bit there. I did read something interesting. So, somebody said
FTR. It was Dax Harwood.
Was it Dax? Say somebody you might see that match sooner than you think.
Top 5 matches he wants to have. One of them was FTR versus Edge and Christian. And he said this one might actually be sooner than you think or than you realize.
No way.
But so you can say Edge might be on his way out, but Dax also shared and then quickly deleted a picture that just happened to have.
Or is it Dax on his way in?
Part of the logo on there. We don't know when Christian's contract's up. I mean, Christian could also. I think it's less likely that all three go back to WWE. But I mean, if FTR goes, then Christian's. I mean, he hasn't really done much on AEW. He's hurt, but he hasn't really done much.
I think he legitimately likes being in AEW, though, man. Like he's. I hate Christian.
Well, and
But-
you also got to remember the only reason, I mean, Christian's been injured, but the only reason they haven't had Luchasaurus on is because of the lawsuit with his mask.
That's right.
But with the FTR saying like, "Hey, when our contracts are up, we just want to do indie dates." I mean, if Edge doesn't re-sign with WWE and he's just a free agent, could it be not on
Oh yeah.
TV, not for AEW or WWE? I mean, because AEW they have agreements in place where their talent can work elsewhere.
I mean,
so
someone will
Edge
pay
might
that.
not. Edge might not go to AEW, but I mean, they might have.
I would hate to be the paying a booking fee for that match.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
I'm just thinking numbers in my head. I'm like, oh man, somebody's paying a lot of money. It'd have to be somewhere big.
Impact.
No, no, I hope not. But I don't know, man. Like you see all these like Mercedes going to Japan. Japan will pay it. I would watch it.
I mean, it would sell a pay-per-view probably by itself
it would,
easily.
by itself. You could have one match on the card. Places would sell out.
And let it go an hour. You only need
Ladder match.
Oh man, somebody's getting hurt. Somebody's getting hurt at this stage in their career.
And then the last match on elimination card, Brock versus Bobby.
I forgot that was a legitimate thing. Like we were talking about thinking about Bobby.
Are they in the chamber?
No, please God, no.
No.
So all right.
I
Is there any stipulations here?
I think Brock and Bobby come out during the United States Championship match, and they tear the doors off, and they get in the ring and they fight each other, and Bobby wins the United States Championship back.
Is it a ladder match?
No, it's Elimination Chamber.
Well, where's the belt at? Is it just a
No, it's
not
He's
suspended
saying they
anything.
both insert themselves into the elimination chamber. But I will say
that would be awesome, actually. I'm just thinking about like people in their pods. Like they break into the pods, throw the people out, and they go and stand in the pods until it opens up.
Last Elimination Chamber they had, Brock Lesnar broke Bobby Lashley's pod, and Bobby Lashley can never get out.
I mean, the only guy that's in the men's elimination chamber that's like size wise would pose a threat to
Bronson.
Bobby is Bronson. I mean, everybody else is smaller guys, so I mean, they could just come in, wreck, take the title, and leave. But now I will say that I've actually been watching Raw. I like what they did with the Bobby Brock
Baki.
with the Brock Bobby promo. So like they were supposed to have a contract signing in the ring. So it comes back from commercial, and you got Adam Pearce in the ring with Brock, and then Lashley comes out with his own table at the top of the entrance ramp, and he's like, Adam, we got a problem here. And he was like, Brock comes in, he's like, just does whatever he wants to. He's like, he asked for a contract signing where you got a contract signing. He's like, I'm not coming down there. And so they cut a promo from the top of the stage, sitting at the table. And then Brock's like, get your ass up here, boy, kind of thing, like, and then Bobby's not moving. Brock gets out and starts getting ready to go at Bobby, but there's lines of security on the ramp. Brock goes through the whole line of security, and then he gets to Bobby, and Bobby flips him and then starts taking him out. So it was different. Yeah, different contract signing. They just didn't come to the ring. So.
I have a complete different appreciation of Brock Lesnar when he talks. In general, just talk. I just laugh. His promos are hilarious.
Listen, one of my favorite things is watching him and his interview on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh yeah. What's the one he did with Sammy? Let's go to Saskatchewan. Let's go hunt. He's like, let's go to Saskatchewan. He's like, oh, I don't hunt Bobby, or I don't hunt Brock. I'm a vegan. He just destroys him. But like that, I don't know, man. It's just like Brock is a captivating, monstrous man. You're very intimidated by him, but when he talks, like you just love him until he flips his switch. But Jonathan will never love Brock Lesnar ever.
So you did it too.
I did. Blah, blah, blah.
Robbie.
Bach Lashley. What else we got?
So that's it for Chamber. That's all that's announced. I was weird. So there was a match on Raw that was Bianca, Becky, and Bailey in a triple threat. Where if Bianca won, they didn't get into the elimination chamber. But if they won, like one of them won, they got inserted into the match. Lita showed up last week, and there was a lot of rumors that Trish was backstage or was supposed to be backstage on Raw, and that she was going to come out and it was going to set up Damage Control versus Lita, Trish, and Becky at Chamber since it's in Canada. But that didn't have just Bianca won the match and then it just went off. Like there was nothing else to it. So unless something happened on SmackDown, I don't know if that match happened. So I don't know if something.
Or they might be saving it for Mania.
Maybe.
Latest on WWE sale talks. Seems like it's
Seems
like it's picking back up with Comcast or Disney being the leading two. That was leaked yesterday. Kind of interesting.
Meltzer?
No, God, no. But Comcast or Disney. Now, from what my understanding was, Comcast was out, right? They were out of the equation. So it's interesting that they are considered a front runner now.
I think it ultimately goes to Comcast, Universal, however you want to.
It has to be, right?
I mean, they've had the longest ties with WWE currently. So that's where the network's on Peacock. I mean,
speaking of ties,
that only ever made sense to me with that Peacock agreement. But go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Speaking of ties, something that once had ties with WWE, XFL starts this week.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Football's always good. Never too much football.
Then you have XFL this week. USFL starts in April, I believe.
Yep. 2 months away.
Yep. So,
Did y'all pick an XFL team yet?
Not yet.
I've got to look at uniforms.
All about the color scheme?
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying in Texas, boys. I'm going Arlington Renegades.
Look at them brushing their teeth.
Renegade. You remember that character? WCW?
Yeah.
The knockoff warrior?
Yeah. Wish Warrior.
That was awful.
He had a big R over one of his eyes. Oh, look at his face paint, Dad. It's an R.
Oh, man. It does some crazy things in wrestling, man.
It's the Renegade, the Wild Renegade.
Oh, real quick. So I don't know what you said. You saying that made me think. Did you know? So on the Rampage opening for AEW,
I know where you're going with this.
Did you see it? So the whole opening at the very end, it says, "This is Rampage." You know who says that?
I do now.
All right, don't answer.
I'm not
You know
gonna
who says it.
I thought it was Excalibur.
Everybody thinks that.
The Sting?
Mm-hmm. And I went back, I saw it somewhere, or because I think Tony came out and responded
Tony
to
leaked
somebody
it. Tony
and said it. And then I was like, what? I was like, wait. And so I went back and listened to it. And then I was like, and then because I thought the same thing, I thought it was Excalibur. Then I went back and listened to it. And you can definitely, once you hear it, you can definitely tell it's Sting. But I just thought it was interesting.
I'm gonna have to go. I don't watch Rampage, so I'm gonna have to go and listen to the intro, just from that standpoint, just to hear that. But Vic Beasley was he a Clemson Tiger?
Vic Beasley was a Clemson Tiger.
Atlanta Falcon.
Former Atlanta Falcon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Josh Gordon, former Cleveland Brown
Receiver.
Yep.
Stacked, bro. Stacked. To
Paxton Lynch.
throwing some money in there. Old Dwayne.
You think
By the way, did you see, speaking of Dwayne, so he's definitely out of the Fast franchise.
Okay.
Out. Gone.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Swerve.
Beep, beep, toot, toot.
You think The Rock is a fan of the San Antonio Brahmas?
No, absolutely not. Why would he like them?
Get Coach Bob Stoops over the
Absolutely.
Arlington Renegades.
Mate, Wade.
Marshmallow Man, Wade Phillips.
That's not. You mean Michelin Man? Marshmallow Man. What's Marshmallow Man?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. I get it. I can see that now.
Let's smile.
Dude, he's a defensive genius. So seeing Wade,
Real man
hey, go back.
genius.
I like looking at this. Wade Phillips. What else we got?
He's the head coach of Houston.
All right, I might like Houston.
You got Rod Woodson,
Whoa.
head coach of Las Vegas.
All right, interesting.
I was gonna say based on the logos, might be pulling for Vegas. They're Vegas Vipers.
You got Terrell Buckley, head coach of Orlando.
Hines Ward,
head coach of San Antonio.
Oh my gosh.
Jim Haslett,
NFL experience, head coach experience. Jim Haslett,
head coach of Seattle.
Anthony Beck, former tight end,
head coach of St. Louis. Reggie Barlow,
Holy crap.
head coach of Washington, D.C.
They got more big names than the head coaches. No prominent players in the XFL, Elliot. I mean, you said Vic Beasley. That's a.
Let's look at the Renegades. Arlington Renegades.
Yeah, I don't even know who's on the team, but I'm going for them.
Let's see if they
Look. They don't even have a roster page. Perfect. There it is. Don't even know who these people are. Elliot, it's right there. Click it.
51-man roster.
Yeah, don't even know who any of these people are.
Kevin Anderson, Drew Pitt, Kyle Sloter.
Never
Kyle
heard of
Sloter.
him.
I've heard of Kyle Sloter.
Yeah, he was fourth string at UTEP.
Yeah, none of those names stand out.
I don't even care.
Davion Smith.
I might have to go to Houston though. Maybe switch to Houston. I'm
or San Antonio. They're all in Texas.
Oh,
half the XFL is in Texas.
I got a 50% chance of picking the best team.
Oh, my exes
let's
live in Texas.
Oh man, I just am excited for football, man. And we do know football is like a huge passion of the Rocks. So I think it's gonna be done right, man.
What?
Wait, Stone Cold?
What?
Eric Dungy.
Eric
Okay.
Dungy, Syracuse.
Yep.
Stand out. Jordan and also
Tuka Williams.
Jordan Ta'amu. He's good at Ole Miss.
I don't see anybody on this team.
The Eric King. He was a Houston standout, if I remember correctly.
I don't like this team. Nope. It's in DC.
Josh Hammond. Let's see here. KJ Sales.
Michael Joseph worked with him at T-Mobile. Remember him?
Nope.
Yes, you do.
Michael Joseph? Yeah, I remember Michael Joseph.
Nope. Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah, I remember. Nope.
Houston Roughnecks. Roughneck. That sounds like the team I'm going with.
Wonder if that's named after Stone Cold.
Roughneck? Roughneck. Did he use that word?
I think so.
Redneck.
I think The Rock used
It's
the
redneck.
Well, I can't tell you don't know any of these guys.
Nope. Never heard of him.
Deontay Burnett.
But here's
wide receiver
here's the
stuff.
cool thing, Jonathan. Look at this. We can compare this to AEW. How much of the AEW roster did you know before you started watching AEW besides Sting?
Very little.
Okay. So this is good. It's not a bad thing.
Orlando Guardians.
All right. Maybe I'll go with them. Orlando, Florida.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Ron DeSantis country. Uh-oh. Paxton Lynch.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
DeAndre Francois. He was
Francois.
DeAndre Francois.
Cody Latimer, tight end.
Nope. I don't like this team. Okay. Dantes Bird. Nope.
DeAndre Francois. Did he get a ACC guy?
All right, this is the one. This is it. This is named after the Rock, so it's got the loaded team. It's got all the Samoans.
Looking like a and it looks like Black Adam.
The
Those
colors.
look like they look like lightning bolts.
Oh,
The
snap.
horns.
Here we go. This is it.
Very Steeler Nation-esque.
Kalen Balaj. Jalen Tolliver. There's a few names on there.
I don't like this team. All right. Where else we going, boys? The Brahmas. The
I
Brahmas
said
Bulls.
I'd probably pull for Vegas, so we'll see what
Okay.
the roster looks like. We still got a few more to look at.
Seattle Sea Dragons.
I hate Seattle for a lot of reasons. Headquarters of awful companies. Where else?
Josh Gordon's on here.
Okay. All right. Now I'm moving.
See if he can continue to pass a piss.
Who's throwing the ball? Danucci.
Ben
Okay.
Danucci.
All right. This is the team I'm going with. So far.
Your Seattle Sea Dragons.
Awful name though. Cartoony. I don't like the cartoony stuff. But all right.
I mean, Cowboys.
I'll tell you what, Seattle team, I love their logo.
Mariners baseball.
No, and their whole thing.
Supersonics.
When they just got a NHL team, and the Seattle Kraken, but it's the S, but the S is like it looks
They're
like
cracking.
Like a snake.
It's kind of like that S. Looks like a sea dragon.
what? Kraken is not a snake.
Oh, it was a sea creature, wasn't it?
Kraken is an octopus.
Oh, close.
An octopus.
All right, see the name again.
Battlehawks. St. Louis Battlehawks.
Doesn't even make sense. All right, we got
They're Battlehawks, man. They're
McCarran.
They're
Okay,
Hawks that battle.
all right.
H.A. McCarran, you're gonna make a roster one day, bud. 45.
How old is he now?
He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
H.A. McCarran.
Hey, is Austin Prohl Ricky Prohl's kid?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, is he as good as his daddy?
Austin Prohl he's a slot guy. I believe he played at UNC.
Okay. All right.
I might be wrong on that.
I don't like anybody else. All right, next. So far, I'm going with DiNucci.
Vegas
Wait a minute. Last one. North
I
Division.
like the color scheme already.
Black and red. I dig it.
Vipers. Brett Hundley. Jalen McClendon.
Martavis Bryant.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
Martavis Bryant. Clemson Tiger, by the way.
Vic Beasley,
Okay.
Clemson Tiger as well. Former.
LaRon Stokes.
Will Adams. That's he played for the Ravens at one time, didn't he?
I wonder if we'll see Brett Maher in the X. I'm going with DiNucci and Co. What team was that?
DiNucci, I believe, was Battlehawks.
Oh,
Or was Sea Bass or whatever they are.
Sea Bass.
Sea Dragons.
Oh, all right.
Sea Dragons, I think.
All right. I guess it's gonna. I guess
Man,
I
knew,
do like
I knew
Josh
your
Gordon.
heart was in Seattle all along.
No, nothing of mine belongs in Seattle. Thank God.
Ben DiNucci, there he is.
I liked it. So wait a
They're
minute.
also orange. I can't even do that. Nope.
So-
I'm out.
So, question, Elliot, is that roster in order? So go back to the roster page. See, it's not in numerical order. So 640. Is that depth chart? I'm
Probably.
assuming.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, Josh Gordon won. Okay, yeah.
0.
That's my team. I'm calling right now. Seattle Sea Dragons.
Sea
I'm
Bass.
gonna stick with the Vegas Vipers.
First game of the year, 41-0 lose. Perfect.
I hate my team.
That's my team. I'm changing.
Renegades.
Going to Texas.
That's my quarterback.
I would. Somebody's gonna. All these football leagues.
He
Somebody's
is
gonna.
not going back to a league.
Somebody's gonna. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Terrell Owens.
He's already in a league.
He's retired.
You're wrong. He's already in a league. He is.
Flag football.
No, it's something.
It's the fan control league. It's still a league.
Uh,
I think he goes. I think he goes.
But the
I don't know
Rockets,
if it'd be XFL because that's more
I said
NFL.
Rockets come out and said that he wants the XFL to be more
Younger guy,
like
feeder.
younger guys and ones that didn't get the chance.
Didn't I read Arena Football League's coming back?
ooh, that'd be fun. Arena's fun.
Oh, it's a blast. I think that's coming
Hey,
back.
listen, Manziel killed it in the Arena League.
I like Johnny. I like Johnny football. I do. I think he could have been a little bigger.
Manziel. So, you ever heard of destroying? You heard of destroying? He's with FaZe Clan. So destroying. He has all these different videos. So backstory was
I don't do that drug.
he was a kicker and punter for UCF, and he got into YouTube streaming and making videos and stuff, and he was making a ton of money. And the NCAA said, "Hey, either you stop making videos or you can't play football anymore."
Huh. That was that before the NIL stuff.
And and he said, "Okay, I quit football." And he's a millionaire, doing videos. He's an athlete too. I mean, he's fast. He's got hands.
And still making these videos, making a killing probably.
Yep, he does all sorts of different camps for football. Where he'll go to a school with a high school somewhere, with a a guy that a guy who's a wide receivers and cornerbacks coach that does a lot of camps to help kids get better. And he'll say, all right, guys, wide receivers, cornerbacks, we're gonna have a competition. The wide receiver that's left over, basically they have to catch so many passes to get a band. And then they go into elimination rounds, and he'll give $1,000 to the last wide receiver left and $1,000 to the last cornerback left. Just competing and getting better. But he trying to remember where I was going with that. I forget what we was talking about in regards to that. Oh, well, it'll come back to me.
Well, while you're waiting on it to come back, while you're trying to find it, New Japan card before we run out of time.
Yeah.
So kickoff show, you got Alex Coughlin, JR Kratos. I don't know. Some of these names I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with. Then David Finley versus Bobby Fish.
Okay. It's good.
And then on the show, you got Josh Alexander, Mascara Dorado, Adrian Quest, and Rocky Romero versus Kushida, Valador Jr., Kevin Knight, and DKC. Tom Lawler versus Homicide, Filthy Rules fight. Jay White versus Eddie Kingston.
That's not going to happen now, I don't think.
They haven't called it off yet, so there was somebody got injured somewhere,
Eddie,
but
yeah.
They haven't called it off. Like he got taken off TV, but
if Jay White's leaving, he's going somewhere.
yes, they said his contract's up sometime between this show, after the show, before WrestleMania. So
he would lose here. Okay.
Strong open weight tag team championships, Motor City Machine Guns versus West Coast Wrecking Crew.
Amazing.
Strong open weight championship, Fred Rosser versus Kenta.
I love Kenta.
New Japan World Television Championship, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Clark Connors. And then co-main event, Women's World Championship, Mercedes Monet versus Karai.
Kyrie.
Karai. She's gonna Karai when she loses that title.
Yeah. I was gonna say Mercedes ain't losing. So interesting there with Mercedes. So like, is she staying in Japan a while? We think.
I don't know. Well, this show's in California, so
Well, I mean, company. Like, I definitely foresaw her or saw her going to another major. Like,
If
New Japan's major, but
if she does, remember their Forbidden Door 2 is coming up.
they are going to do another Forbidden Door.
I don't know. I'm excited about the match,
So you give Mercedes Monet versus Britt Baker.
but
Or Soraya.
Oh,
like we had her, obviously, like you had her debut on New Japan. I mean, no, obviously we're not. I'm not that tied into New Japan stuff, but like other than that, her coming out and cutting the promo, like I have not seen hardly anything from her. Like there's no other than promotional shots. Like there's nothing to like. Whereas like AEW, she'd be on TV every week, or there'd be a promo or something. There's just not really any of that. So I hope she's not there too long.
I agree. I definitely think her stateside and one of the bigger companies is what I'd prefer. And music, I can't stand that music. Y'all like that music, don't you? That money.
No, I'm not. I don't like it.
I could remember. I thought one of you liked it. But not a fan.
I would love to hear what Ruckus could come up with.
He's salivating at the thought what he could do.
And then I still think she does show up because Bow Wow hasn't, like, that kind of just ended the thing with Bow Wow.
They
and
squashed
Jay,
it.
like
They did away with that hole
for now. I still think that's the easy tie-in to get her in if they ever decide to.
I think that's the plan.
But then the main event, World Heavyweight Championship, Okada versus Tanahashi.
Yeah, take money. I don't even know who to pick for that match.
I'm a
Rainmaker
Okada
fan.
We talked about speaking of Okada. I showed you that video where he was in that match and he got kicked, and you were like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was all work.
Still ain't sold on it.
I'm still not sold. I mean,
No,
he came out and said he wasn't doing the match. He was like, they're advertising it, and he was like, they're gonna have a lot of people pissed off because I'm not showing up. Like, he came out and said he wasn't doing the match. Not this one. I mean,
No, they like there. So at first, it came off as a work because he was sitting there kind of kicking them in the back, and then he kicked him from the side and caught him in the eye, and that's when Okada was like, "No, we're not doing. No, you're not doing that. This is my show. I'm the Rainmaker."
I do. I get like the Rainmaker's music, bro. When that was it, coin.
Yeah, coin slot.
Oh
Sounds
man, I get amped. But
Very Happy Corbin-esque.
speaking of Corbin,
You can't polish a shirt. I
can't-
tried.
so last night,
He beat Angle.
so last
I'm
night,
pissed about
so they got ready to interview him backstage. This is how the Cody thing started. So they were getting ready to interview him backstage, and the interviewer was like, so last week, it looked like you and JBL, kind of ended ties, and Corbin was his first response. He was in the middle of talking, and then the interviewer was like, "Wait, hang on a second." He was just, "Something's happening. We'll be right back." And then they cut to the ring. Sammy's like storms the ring when full black hoodie. They do the whole promo with Cody, Sammy, and then they go back from commercial and they go back to the interview. And he's like, "So now you want my interview?" So he's doing the whole thing, but then they're right by the curtain. So Cody comes walking from the back. He was like, "I'm tired of Sammy. I'm tired of Cody." And he talks junk about Cody. He talks junk about Dustin. He says something about Dusty, and Cody attacks him. Takes him grabs the referee. He was like, "Grab a referee. We're going to the ring." Cody's still in a suit. Goes to the ring, beats him pretty easily
he's done.
in the suit.
He's on his way out too. By the way, Cody's jacked.
Yeah.
Cody's jacked. So I'm stoked, man. never thought I'd see get to the point where I wanted to see Cody as WWE champion or Universal champion or whatever. But I think the plan is to unify these belts. Ultimate plan to unify these belts and bring back some sort of
Winged Eagle.
Bring
Bring back the Winged Eagle.
that's your second favorite belt, right? You like the Attitude Era flat face.
Yeah, I prefer the Attitude Era flat face, but
That Winged Eagle, man, that's Warrior Michaels. That's the good stuff. I get giddy.
But still, all kudos to Cody. I mean, he left and bet on himself through everything, and if he does ultimately come back and win, I mean, right now he's the only one that's believable outside of Brock.
Boyhood Nightmare
to beat Roman.
So you did Boyhood Nightmare.
So, and he looks like $1 million, like all of it, not just his like in shape, like his character, the hair.
I'm telling you, I get more sold on that tattoo every time. It looked funny when it was brand new, but
it still looks funny. But it's just this.
It's Cody.
You see it, you know it's Cody.
It's his own brand. Kudos to Cody.
Yeah, he's definitely I'd say best shape of his life right now.
Absolutely.
Remember that one brief moment he came back?
I was trying to catch Elliot's thought that he had earlier.
It left me. It was about destroying, but apparently it wasn't important. You remember that one time that Cody left, AEW came back with black hair?
Yeah.
Lasted just an episode. Came back with blonde hair the next. I was like, oh, he's turning. Oh, he's not. Okay. Well, guys, there you have it. It's been a good show.
Absolutely. Always fun.
Shane, welcome back. Glad you're back with us.
Me too.
Guys, we appreciate your time tonight. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on all of our social media at Lowdown Popcast. As always, we appreciate you listening. I'm Elliot.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Jonathan. And
go ahead.
Stay tuned for next week.
Yeah, stay tuned for next week. And as always, guys, let's keep it popping.